The Democratic Unionist Party, or DUP, emerged from the turbulent politics of Northern Ireland in the late 1960s. It was a time of great social and political upheaval. The civil rights movement challenged the existing order. Loyalist fears grew as the possibility of a united Ireland seemed more real. It was in this climate that the DUP was born. At its heart was the Reverend Ian Paisley, a charismatic and fiery preacher. Paisley possessed a unique ability to connect with the fears and aspirations of working-class Protestants. He offered a simple message: no surrender to the demands of Republicans and nationalists. He rejected any compromise that would dilute Northern Ireland's position within the United Kingdom. The DUP quickly established itself as a force to be reckoned with. It drew support from those who felt ignored by the traditional Unionist Party. The DUP offered a more radical and uncompromising brand of unionism. They were not afraid to take to the streets to make their voices heard. From the outset, the DUP adopted a confrontational approach. Paisley and his supporters were masters of the protest and the demonstration. They understood the power of imagery and spectacle. Their rallies were loud, passionate, and often disruptive. The DUP was determined to make Northern Ireland ungovernable. They would not accept any moves towards a united Ireland. The 1970s saw the Troubles escalate. Violence gripped Northern Ireland. The DUP, under Paisley's leadership, remained unyielding in its opposition to any form of power sharing with nationalists. They saw the Irish Republican Army, or IRA, as the embodiment of evil. They rejected any attempt to find a political solution to the conflict. Paisley's rhetoric became increasingly strident. He denounced anyone who dared to talk to Sinn Féin, the political wing of the IRA. He accused moderate unionists of treachery. He thundered against the enemies within who sought to undermine Northern Ireland's place in the UK. The DUP's unwavering stance won them support from hardline loyalists. Many felt that traditional unionist politicians had betrayed them. They saw Paisley as the only one who could be trusted to stand up for their interests. The party's popularity grew, particularly in working-class Protestant areas. However, the DUP's confrontational approach also alienated many. Their refusal to engage in dialogue was seen as an obstacle to peace. Critics accused them of exploiting the fears of their community for political gain. The DUP remained unmoved by such criticism. They believed they were fighting a righteous battle to preserve Northern Ireland's British identity. The signing of the Good Friday Agreement in 1998 marked a turning point in Northern Ireland's history. The agreement, endorsed by a majority of people in both communities, paved the way for a power-sharing government. It was a remarkable achievement, but it presented the DUP with a dilemma. Initially, the DUP opposed the agreement. They argued that it rewarded terrorism and undermined Northern Ireland's position within the UK. However, as the peace process progressed, the party found itself increasingly isolated. They risked being left behind as others moved towards a new era of shared power. After much internal debate, the DUP decided to enter the power-sharing government in 2007. It was a momentous decision. It marked a shift from protest to power. The party would now have to share responsibility for governing Northern Ireland with Sinn Féin. The DUP's decision to enter government was pragmatic. They recognised that they could achieve more by being inside the tent than outside. It also reflected a growing awareness that demographics were shifting. The Catholic population was growing, and the DUP could not afford to be seen as blocking progress.